You're in the kitchen, it's 9 at night, and you already know it's going to be one of those nights. Your whole body is tense, your shoulders feel like they're carrying the weight of the entire world, and there's that uncomfortable sense that no matter how hard you try, relaxation just won't come. You've already taken a warm shower, played a relaxing playlist, even opened that meditation app you downloaded 3 months ago and only used twice. But here you are, rummaging through the fridge without real hunger, just searching for something, anything, that might calm the storm inside you that just won't let up. And the worst part is, tomorrow you have to wake up early. You need to be on your game for another day of work, responsibilities, forced smiles. But your body simply won't cooperate. It's stiff, tight, like it's always bracing for a war that never comes. You know what I found after years studying anxiety and talking to thousands of people going through this? Sometimes the solution is right there in our kitchen, in simple foods our grandmothers already knew worked, but we've forgotten amid all the complicated information. Today I'm going to tell you about 3 foods that could be your allies on these tense nights. And no, this isn't another internet miracle. It's real science, explained in a way that makes sense to someone tired of solutions that don't work. Stick with me until the end, because the 3rd food will surprise you, and I'll show you exactly how to use each one. Before I start, I want to ask you an honest question. Have you ever been lying in bed, completely exhausted, but your body just seems to have forgotten how to relax? Like you're a wooden doll that can't bend its knees, and no matter how you shift, there's always some muscle clenched, bothering you? I know a lot of people watching have been through this, and I want you to know you're not alone. Type in the comments, "I'm always tense," if you've ever felt this way. You don't need to explain anything, just those 3 words. Because when you share that, you're helping someone else going through the same thing feel less alone. Sometimes we think it's only happening to us, but it's not. Your courage to comment might be exactly what someone needs to see today, to realize that constant tension isn't normal, but it does have a solution. The first food I want to introduce you to is the banana. I know, you're probably thinking bananas are too basic to fix something as complex as your tension. But hear this. Here's what happens in your body when you eat a banana before bed. It's rich in magnesium, a mineral that acts like a natural switch for your nervous system. Remember when you turn on a lamp and the bright light hurts your eyes, so you use a dimmer to soften it? Magnesium does that for your nervous system. It literally reduces the intensity of the electrical signals, keeping your muscles tight. Plus, bananas contain tryptophan, which is like serotonin's calmer cousin. When you eat a banana, you're giving your body the ingredients it needs to produce its own natural remedies against tension. But here's an important tip most people don't know. Eat the banana warm. Slice it into rounds, heat it for 2 minutes in the microwave, or gently warm it in a small pot with a pinch of cinnamon. Heat boosts the absorption of these nutrients, and there's something deeply comforting about eating something warm when you're feeling vulnerable and tense. It's like giving yourself a hug from the inside. Now, the second food might seem strange if you're not used to it, but promise me you'll give it a try. Warm oatmeal with a little honey. Not the instant sugary kind sold at the store, but real oatmeal, the kind in flakes that you cook for a few minutes. Oats are a complex carbohydrate that gently and gradually stimulates serotonin production in your brain. It's not like eating candy, which gives you a burst of energy and then makes you even more anxious. This is different. It's as if the oats are quietly talking to your brain saying, "Calm down, everything is okay, you can relax now." And when you add real honey, you're adding natural enzymes that aid digestion and release an amino acid called tryptophan, the same one in bananas, that goes straight to your brain to help produce mood-boosting hormones. But I'll show you the right way to prepare it. Cook half a cup of oat flakes with 1 cup of water or plant-based milk over low heat, stirring slowly, almost like a meditation. When it's creamy, turn off the heat, let it cool slightly, then add a teaspoon of honey. Eat it warm, slowly, paying attention to the flavor, the texture, the warmth going down your throat. This isn't just eating, it's a self-care ritual.
And now we come to the 3rd food, one I'm sure you didn't expect. A small apple with the skin on. I know it might seem too simple, but let me explain the science behind it. The apple skin is rich in quercetin, a flavonoid that acts as a natural anti-inflammatory for your nervous system. When you're tense all the time, your body produces stress hormones that cause microscopic inflammation in your brain. It's like there's a tiny constant fire burning away your ability to relax. The quercetin in the apple skin acts like a natural firefighter, putting out those small fires and allowing your nervous system to return to its natural calm state. Plus, the act of chewing the apple has a calming effect. Rhythmic chewing stimulates the vagus nerve, which is like a direct phone line between your brain and your heart, sending signals that everything's okay, there's no danger, you can let your guard down. But chew slowly, thoroughly, savoring the sweet and slightly tart taste. Listening to the sound of your chewing. This activates your body's relaxation response in a very primal and effective way. It's like telling the oldest part of your brain, I'm fed, I'm safe, I can rest. Now, here's the secret no one tells you about these foods. It's not just what you eat, but how and when you eat it that makes all the difference. These three foods work best when eaten between 1.5 to 2 hours before bedtime. Why? Because your body needs time to digest and release the nutrients into your bloodstream, but not so much time that you're hungry again when you lie down. It's like setting a natural chemical alarm in your body, so that by the time your head hits the pillow, all these calming compounds are circulating exactly where they need to be. And here's one more important thing. Create a calm environment while you eat. Turn off the TV, put your phone aside, sit in a comfortable chair, or even in bed if that feels better. Turn this moment into a ritual that marks the transition from a stressful day to a restful night. Your body will start associating these foods and this moment with relaxation, creating a powerful emotional anchor. I know a lot of people will think, but this is too simple. How can it work for a big problem like my constant tension? And I get that resistance, because we live in a culture that teaches us effective solutions have to be complicated, expensive, or extreme. But the truth is, our bodies were designed to respond to simple, natural things. For thousands of years, our ancestors used food as medicine, and they didn't have pharmaceutical labs. They had nature and generations of accumulated wisdom. What modern science has done is explain why these simple things work, but the effect was always there. Magnesium has always relaxed muscles, tryptophan has always boosted serotonin, quercetin has always fought inflammation. The difference is, now we can explain the mechanisms, but that doesn't make these foods less powerful. In fact, it shows just how strong they really are. But let me tell you something very important. These foods aren't magic. They won't cure severe anxiety or replace professional treatment if you need it. What they do is give your body the nutritional tools it needs to function better, to have more internal resources to handle daily stress. It's like giving high-quality fuel to a car. It won't make a broken car run, but it will help a well-maintained car run better and longer. If you're going through periods of high tension and anxiety, consider seeking professional help too. But in the meantime, while you're taking care of your mental health in a holistic way, you can use these natural allies to support your body in the healing and balancing process. One thing I always tell people is that managing anxiety and tension is like tending a garden. It's not a one-time event. It's a daily process of small acts of care that, over time, create a more favorable environment for growth. These three foods are like natural fertilizer for your inner garden. They won't make a flower bloom overnight, but they'll gradually create the conditions for you to experience more peace and natural relaxation over time. And the beautiful part is, they're simple, accessible things you can easily add to your routine without much effort or financial investment. No special equipment, no prescription, nothing more than the willingness to treat yourself with kindness.
I want you to understand this. You deserve to feel relaxed. You deserve quiet nights, loose muscles, a mind that doesn't create storms where there should be calm. It's not being dramatic. It's not having nothing better to do. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a basic human need. And when that need isn't met, everything else in life becomes harder. Relationships get more complicated, work feels heavier. Even small joys get overshadowed by that constant tension. So when you eat a warm banana with cinnamon before bed, you're not just eating. You're practicing an act of self-love, telling your body, I hear you, I care for you,
I want you to feel good. Now, let me give you a practical tip on how to bring this into your life without pressure. Pick just one of these 3 foods to start with. You don't have to do everything at once. Choose the one that caught your attention most or the one you can easily get. Try it for a week. Always at the same time, always in the same calm environment. Pay attention to how your body responds, how you feel when you lie down, how you wake up the next morning. Don't expect miracles on day 1, but notice the small differences. Maybe it takes you 5 minutes less to relax in bed. Maybe you wake up with less tension in your shoulders. Maybe you notice you breathed a little deeper during the night. These small improvements are the beginning of a bigger transformation. If this content made sense to you, subscribe to the channel. Here you'll find more strategies like this, always with care and based on what actually works. Hit like if it helped you in any way and come with me on this journey. You don't have to face this alone. In the comments, let me know which of these 3 foods you're going to try first. I read every comment and I'm truly happy to know you're taking care of yourself. Remember, you deserve peace, you deserve relaxation, and sometimes the greatest gifts come in the simplest packages.